Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Forza Motorsport career reveal trailer. Now, Forza Motorsport was a massive part of my childhood. I had an Xbox 360. I spent thousands of hours on Forza Motorsport 4, and I still play it, just not on an Xbox 360. I'll let you fill in the blanks on that one. But the last Forza Motorsport was a massive disappointment for me. I felt career basically didn't go anywhere. It was just a bunch of races. There was no progression. You couldn't restart if you wanted to. And just overall, the physics felt a bit shit compared to the old ones. So hopefully they give us something better this time round, now that they've had, like, what, 5 years to work on it? But we'll see.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris Sasaki,
Hi,
Creative
Chris Sasaki.
Director of Forza Motorsport. And I'm joined by Tyler Hennessy, talented developer on our team, who'll be driving the demo today for us. Everything you see
so he's using a pad.
is production code.
That makes sense because most people would be using a pad when they play it, right?
And all of the gameplay
Personally, I was a
is
wheel
at
user.
4K 60 with true Gen 9 graphics.
Okay, well, I hope it's a 4K 60
Forza
because
as
the
a
last one ran at
franchise
that, right? So
has always been about falling in love with cars.
yes.
Forza Motorsport
But
has
you
been
dropped the
doing
ball with
that
the last
through
one,
the
so
thrill and intensity of competition.
I mean, it looks good, right?
Today,
The
you'll get
graphics
to
are
see
there,
our bold
but are
new
the
take
physics there?
on falling in
Now,
love
I
with
know it's a
cars.
simcade, it's not
That's comprised
simulation,
of
but
three major
the last one was
themes.
so on the
First
arcade
theme
side, it was
is about
unplayable for
getting
someone
to
that likes a
know
little
car,
bit of, like,
finding
proper
its
physics.
limits, and building that level of car mastery. The second is about taking that car and building it into that track dominator that you've always wanted.
Okay, so
And
I'm guessing
finally,
tuning's still a
it's
thing,
about
right?
taking that car, competing with it, and winning with it on the track. That is the new Forza Motorsport loop. Level, build, dominate.
Level?
And there's no better way to check out this new level, build, dominate loop than in our all-new career mode.
Okay, I like
the
this new
Builders Cup.
menu. It's much better than the old menu.
Builders
The old
Cup
menu was
Has
rubbish,
a new rhythm
man.
of racing
It
that
was so
includes an open
slow
practice,
and just
a new challenge
convoluted to
grid
do the
system,
simplest
and of
tasks.
course, a featured race. Now, you'll be seeing all of that today, as well as our
I hope
car
they improve the
progression
load times as well,
systems,
because the load
and
times
of
of the last
course, our
one was
car building.
so ridiculous.
So let's dive in.
Like, even on a PC
So
with,
this
like,
is the Builders Cup.
NVMe SSDs, just
This career
impossible.
mode is always fresh and surprising.
Ah,
New
this
cars
looks
are
better.
revealed and released by manufacturers all the time. We wanted our career mode to reflect this ever-changing landscape of cars. And you can see here.
I really
there's a
like the
bunch
way
of
they
new
did it on
icons
Forza
some of
Motorsport
these
4,
racing
and I kind of
series.
wish they'd go to that. It
So
kind of looks
for the
close
first
to
time
it,
in
but not
Forza
quite.
Motorsport, new cars and tracks will be released directly into this career. The Builders Cup will shift.
I'm pretty certain that background is
change, and
CG.
evolve with
I
all
think
of
they're in
this
a
new
green
content.
screen room.
Behind each of these
Oh,
two
Kyle Army's
posters
here.
is a
I've just
racing
seen that.
series,
Kyle Army.
where you'll get to take a single car.
So we've
and
got Kyle
level it,
Army.
build it.
That's good. I
and
love Kyle
dominate
Army.
your
It's a
way to
track in South
victory.
Africa for people that don't know. It's
The
very
cars in this
fast. It's
series
very
have exciting
technical. And it can
automotive
catch you out
stories
super
that
quick.
We want you to experience.
There's a lot of harsh
and is
bumps
your
that you need to
gateway
take
find cars
if you want to be
fall in
quicker in
love
there.
with. This is the Built for Sport series. It's made up of modern sports car masterpieces.
Okay, so we've got the new
like
Supra, which is
Supra, as you can
realistically
see,
just a BMW, let's be honest.
the Porsche Cayman.
And there's the
GTS,
BMW with the
or
fat off
new
face.
Nissan Z. And today we're going to be jumping in with the new Z for our look at the Builders Cup.
Okay.
Now, each of these series has a cool intro that highlights their automotive story and might just give you that reason to pick one.
I just
and
hope the
maybe
career is
fall in
not
love
tied
with
to your
it.
account,
So
because
let's check
that's
it
what
out.
happened with the last one, right? Is you signed in with your Xbox account, which you had to. It was tied to your account. You couldn't delete it.
A car of the moment that defines who they are. Cars that are nimble, well engineered,
I do like the new Nissan Z. It's like kind of retro looking.
not exclusive.
I'm just going to
automotive
recline a bit.
fantasies.
Don't mind me.
Desirable, attainable,
Enjoy the show.
each offering a welcome invitation.
So you can still
for
auto vista by
motivated,
looks of it.
hard-driving enthusiast to get in, buckle up, and then define who they are at the absolute limit on the racetrack.
Okay. So what we got here?
So the Builders Cup has a
Let's
new
go back and
rhythm
look
of
at that. Let's go back and look at that a second. Okay, so what we got here? AI skill. Okay, so you can decide what simulations you want. The bonuses don't look as aggressive as last time. Of course, you got it set to slow, but in the last Forza Motorsport, the bonus will go up to like what, 100 plus 125% if you maxed it out. I think it was 150 if you put the driver tires on ultimate, but no one was catching those, especially if you was using a pad. Okay, that looks interesting.
So the Builders Cup has a new rhythm of racing.
It was on Kyle Army.
Every event in the Builders Cup features an open practice session.
I like this
Open
intro to the
practice
grid
is
snare.
where you put the work
It's a lot
in
better
to
than the
find
last one where it's
limits
just a
of your
spinning
car.
circle of weight.
And it's never been more
Now,
fun.
I know what I'm going to take from that. That was super quick, way quicker than last Forza. Hopefully they haven't cut bits out of that. That was pure
After
loading.
the final tight hairpin turn 16, Ingwe.
And you get a description of the track. That's nice.
Where you'll be able to catch your competition.
I like this. This is much better than the last
So
one.
I like to think that the relationship with your car is forged at speed, at the limit. We've created a bunch of new systems.
Graphically, it looks sound that. I hope they're not glossing this up.
Relationship and reward you for
Okay,
it.
oh, we got game. Okay, we're in.
I'm going to let Tyler drive for a little bit here
Okay.
so you can kind of see the 4K 60 visuals and all of our remastered audio.
Do you know what? Let me just wait a couple more corners because that looked a bit more planted than the last game. Let's see. Okay, there's that still weird floatiness look to it, but do you know what? It looks a lot more planted than the last Forza. The last Forza, it was like floating on the track, right? It didn't feel connected ever. Okay, that's a nice. I like that view. That's the view I race
What
in.
you're seeing here is our new car mastery system. Each corner is now a moment-to-moment objective where you get to see how fast you are.
I don't
them.
like the camera's
close you are to
exposure
the limit
change.
with
Like,
your
it's
car.
going very dark and very light.
Each time you go through a given corner, it will compare
Hopefully you can turn that
against
off,
your
'cause
best
that's
time
bad for
through it,
racing, man.
And it helps you master your car. This also gives car XP, and you can see that in the top
Oh,
right.
interesting. Yeah, I see that. So you can level up your
car
cars.
is now gaining XP corner by corner.
So I guess you can't
and
upgrade
leveling
past a
up in
certain
real
level
time.
then, right?
You're getting faster, you're understanding the car's limits.
Like if you want
and
to
your car is
turbocharge,
leveling
you need
up
to be
and
level
growing
21 or
with you.
whatever, you know?
Your relationship with your car is forged at speed. This is the core of our car progression, and it's now the heartbeat of our game. And I like to think of it as a car PG.
I like these changes. I like the nosedive there as well. So they've improved the physics on braking.
Our new
So there's weight
track
transfer
dynamics
there
can
now.
always shift and change. And for the first time, we have fully dynamic time of day and weather on every track.
That's good.
No two laps ever look or play the same.
I can't wait to
Tyler's gonna
drive
pull
on
off
like
the side of the road here, and we're
Sonoma
gonna take
in
a
the
look
midnight.
at our time of day and weather settings.
Oh, can you do it in real time? Like as in real time?
These dynamics challenge you to master your car, hour by hour, dry or wet.
That's so nice because you
This
had to
makes
pick in
open
the
practice that
last one.
much more valuable to get you ready to take on the
Oh,
competition. during
and some
the
nice
race.
heavy rain.
So let's end practice and move into the next speed into the Builders Cup, which is challenge
Looks
the grid.
good. The anti-aliasing
This
looks
is
a bit
all new.
weird on the curbs though. I'm not sure if
I'm really
anyone saw
excited
that. That
about
might just
this.
because of the trailer though.
Challenge the Grid is all about dialing in the racing challenge that you want, and it's never been more fun or engaging. All
Okay.
the challenge options are here at your fingertips.
Challenge the grid. Right, let's pause this and let's have an analyze of it. Right, so challenge the grid. Wage your starting position against your ability to finish on the podium. Okay, so basically this is can you reach the podium? So if you started in 24th and you finished 3rd, you'd get a massive reward for it. I see. So it's kind of like a gambling system, except you're not betting any real money. Well, I hope you're not betting any real money. But it seems like a way of getting credits quick if you want them,
And
if
they
you're
all
skilled
affect
for
your
them.
payout.
I like that.
So you can actually choose where
It's
you
better
want to
than the
begin
stupid card
or
system they
start the
had.
race. And you can also change up the AI difficulty, racing rules, and damage settings if you like. And all of that can change your payout.
Please tell me you got rid of the
Challenge
cards.
the Grid lets you choose the exact risk-reward balance that you want in the race. So let's jump into the featured race. Looks
Okay.
like we're starting mid-pack here. So you've gotten to know the car
That was
track
pretty quick
combo
load.
in open practice. You feel good about the gameplay balance.
I like
that
these
you've
new
dialed
intros
in
as
with
well to the
Challenge
track.
Grid. And now it's time to battle it out on the track with the rest of the field.
I'm not
to see
sure I
who
like the
comes out
motion
on
blur
top.
going on, just moving slow there. It
So
was
you're
quite
seeing
blurry.
Here is a field of drivatars populated.
Okay, so they're
with
still
your
using
friends,
Drivatar.
their
I don't
cars,
blame
and
them though. I mean, they
liveries.
spent a lot of time developing it, I
All of this is
imagine.
constantly updating with their latest creations and customizations. So even when you're racing in Builders Cup, you're connected to your friends.
I just noticed they've changed the
Racing has
The performance
never been
scale is
better
PI
with our
now.
overhauled physics
rather
and
than just
AI.
A, B, C, D. It's like
The AI
A,
driver technology
like
has
7
big
something. You know what I mean?
advancements. Our new machine learning powered AI is as fast as the fastest real drivers without any cheats or hacks to keep them competitive. Without these cheats, the racing has never been so immersive. You can trust that anytime
Okay,
you're pulling them in a straight,
It looks
you're
great.
actually
Like the
out-driving.
A-listed on the card stuff looks great, but for some reason, at distance. I'm not sure if it's just the video, but like the
physics have
fences and
big
things have
advancements
really
as
bad
well.
anti-aliasing.
We have an entirely new tire model that features a 48x jump in fidelity.
Oh, thank God for that. The physics on the
We've
last
also
one was so
rebuilt the
bad.
Suspension, weight, and aero modeling. The simulation has never been more accurate, and the cars feel
But
incredible.
will it be better than Forza Motorsport 4? Is that what you're saying?
You can see some of the tight racing here is all thanks
I probably
to
played
all the
about
new AI improvements.
50, 60 hours just to give it a chance in the last one, but I got so bored of it and I was so tired of the bad physics because they didn't react to how you expect a car to react, and therefore you couldn't anticipate that. But of course I play a lot of Assetto Corsa, so like I guess my expectations are too high relative to someone that would just play this on a console, right? But I'd still like it that if you had it on like simulation setting, then there's a challenge there for people that would play Sims.
And as much as I'd like to watch this, we only have a short time here, so...
Now, of course, it doesn't have to be like crazy. It doesn't have to be challenging, the simulators. But I like the cars to be predictable, you know?
So here are the race results.
So what you'd expect from that car.
Your series points that lead into the overall trophy.
I think they've just changed the name of it, like the PI. Like the number's still there, the lettering's still there.
In the overall Built for Sport racing series, you get your driver XP here, your credits payout, and your car XP.
Yeah, we've got a nice podium.
After every event in the Builders Cup, you have a chance to build up your car and continue.
Okay, so I was right. Look, so I think you don't have to. Based on this, I'm going to assume you don't actually have to buy them, right? If you reach the level, you just get the part and you can install the part if you want to.
With it, and you can see here.
So what's the point of the credits? I guess purely for unlocking cars, right?
Install in your car. So let's actually go and check out our new car.
Okay, so credits must be purely for
cars.
Buying cars.
Forza Motorsport are built, not bought.
Ah, I like that. I love that.
Is earned. It's the work you've put in.
The biggest problem I always had with Forza was like if you bought a car and you had like $500,000 in the bank and you wanted to just see what it could do maxed out, you'd have to spend that entire $500,000 on that one car, and that's it. You got to grind to get another car now.
To find its limits. As your car levels up, it gains car points and unlocks upgrades.
But this is better because you get used to the car, then you can upgrade it and upgrade it.
You can see your car points, and that's the resource.
It forces you to actually have to drive the car for its progression, which I like.
Car points are like skill or talent points in other games. You can allocate them to install a part, but here's the thing. You aren't locked into any of those choices at any time. You can easily uninstall a part and regain those car points, so you can use those points elsewhere. It's like being able to endlessly respec a character. This gives the player a great amount of agency in building experimentation.
Based on how high, I just want to say, based on how high that number is up there, unless he said it and I ignored it, I'm pretty certain it's total CP, right? So you have to spread that out across all your cars. I'm going to assume based on this. So it's like a second currency.
Since you aren't spending credits on upgrades, the built not bought system frees you from having to decide between, say, buying a cool new car or upgrading your current car.
Perfect. That's what I liked about the old Forza. Well, that's what I wanted to change about the old Forzas.
And see how this car build feels on the next track, and get ready to dominate.
You know, in the old Forzas, there was nothing like taking a bloody Audi RS3, right, and just max it out so it had like a 1,000 horsepower and it weighed 900 kilos. And
a new challenge the grid feature, where you can dial in the racing challenge that you want. And of course, our featured race, where the racing has never been better.
I'm glad they've added in more higher-end race cars.
Building, where your car is built, not bought. That's the new Forza Motorsport loop. Level, build, dominate. And the Builders Cup is just a small part of this big game. We have an all-new featured multiplayer mode, rivals, time attack, and of course free play, all make the return to the game.
Okay,
and
good.
We'll be diving into the details of these other modes in the months to come, so stay tuned.
Are we getting some of the old tracks back like Bernie's Alps? I hope so.
Begins on October 10th, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
Bernie's Alps was my favorite track on Forza Motorsport 4. That's where I always went when I wanted to just chill and drive. Replay, in there, vroom vroom, and I was chill. Alright, so that was the Forza Motorsport deep dive for the gameplay. It was, you know what, my hopes are actually pretty high for this now, considering it's free. Like, well, it's free on Game Pass, right? But Game Pass is pretty sick value for money now, so probably I will give this game a chance. And you know what, it's probably going to live up to it, because now there's actual, I'm going to say it, but I'm going to jinx it by saying there's actual effort put into the physics now? Question mark? We'll find out when it comes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.